Hello, today we're looking at 710 West Galena Street. It's a one-bedroom fourplex that is possibly priced appropriately considering that it needs a complete overhaul.
Hello and welcome to the Lucrative Landlord. This is a casual and unrehearsed evaluation of real estate investment property. No representation to buy or sell any property is being made. This evaluation is for educational purposes. No bids are offered and all numbers are estimates. To receive weekly updates and property evaluations, please visit and subscribe at lucrativelandlord.com.
So this property, as you can see, needs a little bit of love. I think the previous owners purchased it, gutted it, and got started on doing some improvements on it, and for whatever reason were not able to complete it. As you can see, they put some new doors in. There's probably some small transom windows that they boxed over. I don't know what their plan was, but that's something that will need to be addressed. As you can see, there's quite a bit of decay to the property. This roof here is not looking so great. There was pigeons flying in and out of here, and then as you can see, the main roof is also in need of some love, but I have some better photos of that coming up. Let's see here, more up close of the porch. As you can see, all the paint is in need. There's some woodwork that's going to need. These handrails were too short. They were maybe 28 inches tall or whatever. You need to get them up to about this height here, so to be in with code. This rain gutter has washed out the corner of the door, and it's done that on the other side as well. So there's some minor brickwork, but in all, the brick on this property looked pretty good. Again, the short handrail on the front porch. Carpeting is never a great idea on the outside of a property. More of what the paint looks like. You can see the backside of this gutter a little bit where it's fallen off because it's the portion that it was attached to is rotted off. Again, like I was talking, that corner on the brick, there's the downspout hits the ground, splashes up, and after a decade or two of that. This one does not have a new door up front. The steps are in kind of bad shape going up, but not terrible. Not the worst. Down the side, so next door it looks like there used to be a fourplex burnt down at some point, and so the foundation remains, and so the structure occupies all of the property line. There's a little bit of space in the back that could be used for off-street parking. Here's the back area. Individual access is going in. Again, they put new doors in all the way around, other than that one front door. Here's what I was talking about. I think it was this pole here in the middle could go, but then there's another pole off to my left here that's a power pole that would be hard to move. But I think if you remove this pole here, you could definitely get some off-street parking kind of wedged in here. And then, of course, because the lot next door is currently unused, it makes for some additional parking in the neighbors there. The roof, yeah, not much of a roof. You can see where somebody abandoned their attempts to repair it. Let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, you can see where it's just peeling off the parapet wall. This parapet wall is tipping in a little bit. It needs some further investigation of whether or not it's secure or not. But outside of that, you can see this thing is just a candidate for a new roof. There's no saving this current one. This is the back side. The back, so it'd be the southeast corner of the property. I'm not sure what caused this tip out to happen right here. I don't know if somebody forced it out so that they could accommodate a new door, or if it's something that's happened due to some settlement issues. You don't see any evidence of that in the concrete walkway here. There's some parging of the brick, like maybe the brick failed in the past. That's probably more of a water infiltration issue than anything else, usually when you see that. But this was kind of suspect of what happened. This property I was not able to get into the basement of, and so that needs some further examination. Again, you can see where they've parged the brick all down below. I do suspect that this is from maybe water coming off the building next door. It gets this dirt wet, and then it seeps up the brick, and then the brick fails over the last century. This part here is all straight, but for whatever reason, this corner is kicked out. Just showing the condition of the side of the property. This is the back roof. There's a little crawl space or crawl hatch to get up there from the back porch. Again, there's a lot of wood rot happening as a result of the of this roof. The electrical panel. So the inside you'll soon see is the inside has been pretty well gutted, and all of the electrical will need to be a new fresh install. The existing panels on the outside are kind of showing their age and past their depreciated life. But upgrading this was kind of the least of the problems in this property. Here's the inside. As you can see, they've started doing some clean out and demo. I don't know what they were going to keep and what they weren't. They were removed some doors and whatnot. This was a walkthrough shotgun. What I would do with this property, since you got to gut it out anyway, is I'd make it so when you walk into the front door, you're in the living space. I would make a open concept living space kitchen area. And then after walking past that kitchen area, you would walk into the bathroom through a doorway through the hallway, allowing you to have all your plumbing on one common wet wall in the center of the structure. And then once you got past that, I would put the bedroom. So this is looking in the back door off that back porch into the kitchen currently. Again, I would make it so that if you were to be standing here in the future, you'd be looking into the bedroom. This does a couple of things. It makes it so that there's a proper bedroom, so it's no longer just a shotgun apartment. And then it also moves all the cold wall off of after the cold room. So you have all your plumbing stack running into the central part of the building, in a modular fashion with sharing one common wall. This is the kitchen on the other side. Again, nothing, just not much here to work with. This is all pretty aged. Again, another kitchen. None of these match. There's just some stuff left around. We get a glimpse of the close-up of the windows. All the windows need to be replaced. None of the windows are in good shape. Here is the upstairs west unit. As you can see, it's got one of these old quad heaters that have no fan to them. There's no safety device to them. They're just inefficient and not a real advisable heating system. Floors, some interesting floor work that can be dealt with, possibly saved. I hate carpet. You're better off refinishing a floor, painting a floor, than maybe putting some rugs down. But carpet just doesn't wear well. It doesn't depreciate out very well with tenants moving in and out. Yeah, as you look a little further, here's where they've done some of this removal work. They didn't finish their gut out, but they already started with the insulation. Kind of a real half effort. Sorry about the cloudiness of these photos, but you can see there's some water damage that's coming in, dropping the roof. This is still an example when it was left as a shotgun. You know, there's this little short wall here, but you still got to walk through the bedroom to get to the kitchen and the bathroom. This would be better if this area in here was the kitchen with an open concept, maybe a spot for 2 or 3 people to sit in, an open bar area for the kitchen. Again, here was what's left of the kitchen, and what's gutted out, if not gutted out by a leaky roof, is my suspicion. So that's the end of our photos. We can look up on the numbers here. Get the zoomed up version of this. 1 bedroom unit in this place, in this location, fairly close to tech, fairly close to the hospital, parks nearby, based on their size, based on a build out. This is certainly not what you're going to rent these out for today and now in the condition that they're at. Then you're looking at kind of a $550 is the upper end of a 1 bedroom in really good condition as far as being built out. So total income, you're looking at about $2,200 a month. I based this on 2 things. So the current asking price on this property is $90,000. So we just assumed that was going to be the purchase price on it. We then changed the taxes and did it at a 148 valuation because you would have to do quite a bit of rehabilitation with a roof and that sort of thing, and that's going to affect the assessment of the property. Taxes, insurance, insurance and utilities are just an estimate. Common maintenance, there's not much of a yard, but there is a little area back there. We'd have to chop the weeds down periodically. And then there's a sidewalk out front that needs to be addressed. Management, vacancies, faults and evictions. And then monthly depreciation number is just under $600, so you wind up with a monthly expenses of just under $2,000. We can run through. There's no surprises in here. Everything is depreciated out for the most part. I figure on just rough numbers, this is just an estimate. This is just me kind of running through and kind of guessing back of the envelope what this property needs. Is you're looking at a capital expenditure of about $130,000, which is a lot. Again, mortgage, scroll through this. That's my eviction chart. So here's where we're looking at the return. Not too often that we see this return on investment number coming in positive. A lot of times by the time you factor in the physical depreciation of the actual asset, then a lot of times this number is barely positive or negative. But there's a good solid 2.75% here. Not bad. So somebody can leverage out their work, the labor, maybe a contractor or somebody with access to a contractor that can leverage this out properly and get a good price on getting that work done. This might be a good property for them overall. I think that's about all I've got on this one, and thanks. If you got any other questions, do not hesitate to email me at Robert at the Lucrative Landlord, and don't forget to sign up for future updates.